Underdog TV. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Underdog TV. It's 2021. Sorry for the delay, but y'all know what's been going on with me, man. Y'all know what we've been doing. But again, like I say every year, and this year is the same. I'm gonna be bringing all the best and the brightest and the, you know what I'm saying, just the elite in different areas over here to discuss what's going on and enlighten everybody. And hopefully y'all, you know what I'm saying, hey, this year gonna be big. Cause I promise you, I've been doing some things and we've been doing some things. So I just want to let y'all know again. I apologize for the delay, not doing no shows. I ain't been doing no shows, so I apologize. But I know y'all been waiting. I appreciate y'all waiting. We're gonna try to move a lot of more content going forward. You know, so we're gonna be straight upload to the tube. We're gonna build the channel up. I got a nice lineup this year. I've been jotting down a lot of different people and making connections, and y'all don't be surprised if we have whoever we gonna have over here. Don't be surprised when you see who you gonna see. So I just want to say that, man. Again, appreciate y'all for liking and subscribing. Make sure y'all share and do all that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. But today, our special guest today, we got the prophet, Angie Allen. Underdog TV. Yes, indeed. But yes, we got Miss Angie Allen in the building. The prophet. How you doing today?
I'm good. What about yourself?
I'm good. I'm just chilling in here, hanging out. It's a beautiful day outside.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? And just a good day. You know what I'm saying? A real blessed day to even be right here sitting
Yes,
by
it
you.
is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. I like I say, I haven't done a show, and we making it happen today.
Yes, we are.
We making it happen today. So, man, yeah. So you done pulled up on me, and like I said, I actually, you know what I'm saying, been seeing you doing your thing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I said, man, we definitely need to talk to her, and just talk to her and see what's going on. So, tell me what's good, like.
Oh, things is going good. I decided this year to actually step forward and not only accept my calling, but do the things that God has called me to do. And I feel like this is a season for a lot of saints at the same time, even with myself, to come forth and do what it is that God called me to do for us, reaching out to his people, helping others be able to go forth and become who it is that God has called them to be. And I do believe that God has blessed me with a unique and anointing gift to be able to reach out and help stir up some of those gifts so that people can begin to go forth in their calling and whatever it is that God has set before them. So, I mean, that's my goal right now, is to be able to be that person that God wants me to be able to help those that need to be helped. And much more, whatever the case may be.
Underdog TV. We gonna talk about I want to talk about like relationship stuff. That cool with you?
That's fine with me.
Cool. Okay, we can talk about some relationship stuff. And I just, in a relationship, what to you like defines what's the, I ain't gonna say the perfect relationship, but like what's the ideal relationship? What should that look like?
First of
between
all,
a woman and a man.
First of all, I would say really it needs to be on the foundation of God. I always say that in order for you to have a prosperous relationship, we already know that every relationship has an issue.
Yeah.
The most important thing is keeping God first and a line of communication. And being able to communicate, that goes a long way, meaning to be able to be open in so many different levels. Not just being open about the past, but being open about suggestion, ideas, perspectives, like whatever it may be. That's the most important thing that I feel like for us coming and dealing with relationships, God first and communication.
Yeah. For sure, that God first communication.
Yes.
I can dig that. And for sure, when you talk about communication, that is definitely a big part, a major part. Underdog TV. definitely a real big part because
Yes, it is.
you got to talk about whatever you need to talk about. Like it can't be no secrets and
Correct.
can't be no, you know, you just gotta really, I say just make sure that you're talking and not holding tongues and
Hmm.
you know not hiding it. What you think about
Yeah.
as
And
far as that?
see what I have learned that in dealing in relationship, whether if it's marriage or just just having the companionship, the most important thing is when you're communicating, you need to be able to know about having open and ended discussion. And so what I mean by open ended discussion is that some people don't understand that when you talk, you need to be able to start out with a positive and talk about whatever it is that it is, as far as with the individual. For an example, I would say like with my significant other. Hmm? Okay. And like for an example, like for, when I was married, you know, or even just friends, my main thing is I talk about the positive thing that need to be said about the individual before going into the things that I need to talk about. And then I go into the details of the information that I need to bring to the table about what's causing the issues or what need to be changed. Then I end it with a positive. So that way, whenever we depart from one another, what's left on the mind is the positive then versus the negative. And some people don't understand that is important because what you don't want to do is leave a person leaving out the door or wherever it may be on the grounds of thinking about the negative conversation that you had that left them in a spot. And especially when it comes to marriage, you don't want to do that because what you don't want to do is leave a door open, allowing someone else to come in and redirect and correct that negative that person had when they left the house and fulfilling them in that area to making them feel good. And then that leads to one thing to the next, which we already know.
Man, yeah, man, yeah. See, yeah, you definitely spoke on something right there. Yeah. So you can't leave nobody with a negative,
No.
thoughts when they leave you because they be thinking about stuff and you know it don't be good stuff sometimes. So
That's correct.
if you put a stain on somebody's brain and make them feel like they less than or they're
Yes,
not
correct.
worthy of being around you, being able to, just be a companion with you and really vibe. And when it comes like when they saying you ain't there, it feel like you ain't with them,
Right.
and you like I need to find somebody I'm with. And when you feel like you ain't getting that type of feel at home, you gonna definitely
Search out for it
search
somewhere
for
else.
it, and you gonna get it.
Correct.
Because anything we want, we can get. And when you ask for it, you'll get it.
Yes.
So it's bound to happen.
Yes.
Underdog TV. So like, what type of thing that you would think would kind of help with communication? Like what what kind of things do you know or can enlighten people on where we'll can help out and change those situations as far as the communications. What would help out with that? Like,
For me, from based on experience and just being around others, I would say mainly like eye contact.
mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And like I've said before, your body language, just think about it. Like when you in an interview and you wanting to get heard, you want the position, you want the job. So you set yourself up in a certain way with your position and having that eye contact. So then that way you and the interviewer be able to view you in a certain way, so that way that you can be hired.
Right.
And that's how it should be in relationship. It should be in a sense of like I want him or her to understand what I'm saying and feel what it is that I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I'm going to perceive my body language to be positioned in a certain way, so that way you can receive me in not a defensive mode, but receive me as who I am, and in a way of letting it be known my emotions towards this conversation and eye contact. So then that way you able to read me, not only my body language, but you able to read me through my eyes as well. And so at the same time, again, like I said before, the words that you use make a difference, because words has a lot of effect on what it is that is being perceived out of your mouth. So that makes a big difference as well.
Underdog TV. Like, when is the time when do you think a man should take that kneel and bring that ring out, or a woman, or because women like to do it too now. So however it may
I still feel
happen.
like you know me. You already know my perspective when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I still my value still stuck on the same thing for as he either find a wife,
Yeah.
find a good thing and obtain favor, and it's the man's job to go search out.
Yeah.
I still feel like women shouldn't be the one that doing the proposing.
Yeah.
It should still I'm old school when it comes to that.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to the point of the proposal, I just feel like when you have that relationship with God, God tells both.
Yeah.
And so whenever he's talking to the male, he's talking to the woman at the same time. So I wouldn't necessarily say put a time frame, because I have heard stories and communicated with people where they have talked about that first love and first sight. So they have gotten married within weeks of time. Some people got married within 2 months and still married. So I wouldn't really necessarily say the time frame, but I do know that when God speaks, you just know when that time is,
Yeah.
And my suggestion is that, like, after a year and nothing having progress within the relationship, I just feel like by that time, that's when you need to start really making a decision whether if the individual is wanting to marry you or not, or if they're just kind of carrying you on throughout the whole process time. So I don't know.
Okay. I can dig that. Like I think for me, it just when I'm comfortable around someone, and I think if you living with someone, you need to be down here. It need to be a marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't need to be shacking and
I agree.
And you know what I'm saying? I think if you're shacking, you better might as well have that ring on the finger, and y'all be doing whatever y'all gonna do it right. Cause
I agree.
That's what you doing anyway. So
yeah, I agree. And at the same time, I just feel like whenever you decide to make the decision to be married as one, it's kind of like God allowed things to really prosper for it when you make that decision versus just shacking. And at the same time, when you're living in that type of way, it kind of like open doors up as well. Not saying it doesn't when you're married, but it just, I don't know, it just make things a lot different and more complicated, I guess.
But I just think if most people that did shack and live, if they got married, everyone would probably take relationships a little bit more serious.
Yeah, that's true. I agree too.
You know what I'm saying? Just common sense. You'll take a little more serious if you just like, okay, if you live with a female or male, whatever, you should get married. You might as well be married, because that means you serious about what y'all doing. So if y'all living together, y'all serious about everything, because y'all living together. Y'all, it's one.
And especially when you take up on a role as a spouse already. It's kind of like I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing all the duties as a wife, or I'm doing all the duty as a spouse, as a male, as a husband. Then why not be married? Because if that's the case, don't give all that up front. Especially if you're not married. So my perspective, same as yours, is that might as well gonna get married if you're already doing those duties.
Exactly.
But also at the same time, you still got to be cautious in the fact of if that individual is the one that is made to be married to. Because what I have learned in relationships and marriage is that just because you are connected to someone and y'all have same values and everything is great, that doesn't always necessarily mean that y'all are made for each other. And that's the thing a lot of times that we get confused, because even for myself, that we will look at a person and say, oh, this person got all these things going and everything is great and we should be together because this is the great person. But just because that person is a great person does not always mean that person is for you, because the calling on their life and the calling on your life might not intertwine with each other for what God has in the future. So that's why it's so important, in my opinion. That's why I say that it's so important that you go before God, you go into prayer, you figure out if that person is for you, let God give you the answer before you make that step.
Right. Yeah, but you should do all that, but in separate locations and doing all that, and then like I say, you will figure that out.
Come together,
and then when y'all do come together, like I say, it has to be marriage. When you define, because you can be separate and finally come together, but like I say, you just never get married though. But you might as well get married, because people will do that for years.
Yeah.
Years, but I mean, I know there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying.
And people do as much as you allow them to do. So if you let it flow along, they'll keep it flow along. Let it just go. That's that way.
Underdog TV. For the rich women and the rich men, you still might want to get you a prenup. You know what I'm saying? Just put those in place, but get married and be one. You know, everybody's. Just do it the right way. That's my thing. Do it the right way.
The conclusion is do it the right way.
Do it the right way.
Do it the right way.
Do it the right way. Underdog TV. Get your ring, have your honeymoon, have your bachelor party, fellas. Have your, y'all have your bachelorette parties. Everybody do it right. And live happily ever after. That's it. Hold it down. Don't go nowhere. Chill.
If you say so.
Go sleep on the couch for a couple of weeks. Come back in and so everything is good. We straight. We gonna make it through this. But what are some as far as when when you're married, is there any pros and cons or any good things that you feel that's that benefits and any bad things that you feel is kind of you might not as a woman that you feel is unfair? Because I know a lot of stuff for the men might feel is unfair in some situations, but I want to hear
my opinion. Bedroom is undefiled, but my suggestion when it comes to that is that you should be able to be open. That's why it's important communication, before getting married, the do's and the don'ts. That way you will know before you get to that point. It won't be, we never discussed it and I don't do this or I don't do that. That should be straight up, right off at the back, right at the beginning. That's my whole deal on that. Yeah. But the most important thing is that being open and willing to, entertain if necessary. This is your spouse. Yeah. It's okay if you want to be Jenny today. You want to be Jane tomorrow. Just have fun. For me, I could speak for myself. When I was married, we did a lot of role plays, and that kind of kept the relationship going. Because to me, I felt like, look, I don't need you cheating on me, but I need you can cheat on me with me. And so, I'll be the other person, whatever the case might be. And that way kind of keep that, you can kind of have that illusion in your mind and kind of create these characters and do whatever. But at the same time, most important thing is keeping things within your marriage and just being able to be open, be creative, and just have fun. There are so many different things that you can do in the process of, in your marriage as far as games and, just different things. And it doesn't hurt to reach out to other people to get their opinion, their ideas on how they allow their marriage to continue to be prosperous or continue to go forward. Because again, we already know that, we already deal with things on the outside of marriage, and then we also deal with things within a marriage. But it's all about how you choose to handle those situations and how you choose to handle the things that you things that come into the marriage in order to keep it going forth. But I was, again, like I said, just being creative and being open, but definitely talking about it before getting married.
Yeah. Say if you just was I like threesomes. Talk about it. I'm not saying me. I'm just throwing it out there. Just saying people need to have that type of situation. People out here do that type of stuff.
To be honest, when you're doing stuff like that, that opens the door up, in the spiritual realm to cause things to come into the marriage. And that's one thing you don't want to do. Leave that door open for other things. We already deal with things on the outside of the marriage. Right. Why add extra on top of it?
I never thought about it like that.
So, that's my intake on it.
All right. I don't think I want no threesome.
Good. You shouldn't. Marriage is between husband and wife, not the third person.
All right, yep. You're right about that. You're right. I never thought about that because you can, that could be a big conflict of
yes,
interest.
it can.
Big conflict, yeah. So fellas, don't worry about all that.
No.
Underdog TV. All right, everybody. Welcome to Underdog TV, home of the underdogs, home of where we make stars. If you want to get your production done and want it done right and want it on the platform, tune in. Go to the website at www.underdogtv.com. 2020 and beyond, everything black owned, black strong, and we going in. Welcome to Underdog TV. And if y'all want to be on here with us and producing what you got to do to the world, join us at underdogtv.com, www.underdogtv.com. You dig? Underdog TV. Do you think both of you guys should have some type of goal that we're all working towards within
Of
the relationship?
course.
Like,
Of
there
course.
should be some things that you discussing on the daily that,
Yes.
you got to have a plan within the household.
Yes,
You
definitely.
just can't be shacking up, paying bills. We need to have a plan in here. We need
Yes,
to be
definitely.
building something and trying to do something. Like,
Definitely a plan, and at the same time, need to find a time frame. I feel like in the process of coming up with a plan, y'all should be able to meet up at least maybe every 3 to 6 months, coming back together. Like, okay, where we at, where we stand at
right.
in this plan that we have set forth. Like if y'all talking about at the beginning that okay, what we got going on, what we trying to do, and what we trying to accomplish, going to take a year. Okay, well then let's come back in 3 months and figure out where we at in this process time. And then after you discuss and have it wrote out like where y'all at, then you come back maybe the next 3 months leading up to the year, because y'all need to keep checking in.
Underdog TV.
With each other, making sure okay, we on the same track, we on the same we on the same page, we go on the right track about what it is that we're trying to set for the goals within this relationship, within the household, within business, whatever the case may be. So definitely I feel like it should be like that. And even not even just business size, but in the relationship itself. Like y'all should be able to come together within that time frame and do evaluation, even if it's like every 6 months. Okay, look, we need to check in. You good? Is everything all right? Is there anything I need to change? Have not been communicating enough? Like there should be a check in somewhere in there, so then that way we can continue to keep moving forward and going forth and where it is that we're trying to go in this relationship and much more. Because it should be always a check in, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, you're right. Like multiple check-ins. You got business check-ins. You got kids. You got the kid check-in call.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
You got family members.
Just check in. Like it needs to be a check
and talk about it. You can't
yes.
come in the house grumpy all the time and just want to watch ESPN or sit up there and do some
play games.
Play games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta do some of those check-ins. Check-in talks.
Yes, this is very important.
And it's 1,000 of them.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what happens a lot, going back on relationship. I think that's what happens a lot in relationship is because it's not enough check-in. It's not enough asking questions, making sure everything is all good. It's kind of like, well, you ain't complaining. I ain't saying that. We just going to keep going forward because nobody's communicated. And so you assuming in your mind that everything is good and vice versa. And in reality, it's not. Yeah. So, but when you have that time to check in and actually have that relationship where, you're not on defense mode, but you're listening because that's what's going to help the relationship go forward. And also, to add to that, what I have learned is that, when people begin to say, oh, well, you make me feel this way. And a lot of times people like to be on a defense mode, like, no, how do I make you feel this way? Or how did I do X, Y, Z? Well, it's okay for that person to feel what they feel because this is what they feeling. And so you have to understand that that's their emotions. And so being on the receptive side, you should be able to say, or the listener side, you should be able to say, okay, so when I do X, Y, and Z and this make you feel this way, then what can I do to help you not feel that way? Because I can't tell you that I don't make you feel this way. These are your feelings and emotions. That's how you feel. Your job is to tell me what I make you feel and how can I help change that in order to make it a better way of allowing the relationship to go the way it needs to go.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So yeah, man. Communication rule the nation. You know what I'm saying? You got to communicate. You got to tell each other, and I think the biggest fear when it comes to the communication part, why people probably lack it, is because they're afraid of what the other person is going to say or
Yes.
think.
I agree. I definitely
That's
agree.
that's like the main thing. Like, you want to say something, and you like kind of might be afraid of what this person may think of that. You don't know how they're gonna take it, and you shouldn't. That shouldn't be an issue. If y'all supposed to be together, y'all everybody supposed to keep it 1K, and we
Hmm.
supposed to be able to just tell it like it is. And it's just like when you have a like growing up, you have a friend, best friends, and y'all all cool, and you know y'all rank on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got to be able to take that. It's just sometimes how it go. It's a sparring battle, so you got to have thick skin. Period. So
Yeah, and that's why I say it's important to have the open and ended discussion, because when you start out that way, it makes a person more relaxed to receive what it is that need to be said. Like I
right,
said, like for an example, say we in a relationship and I'm talking to you and I'm like, okay, I have an issue that whatever the case may be, think of one, whatever. But I come and I say, okay, you know what? You such a great guy. I thank you so much for being such a great husband. You do X, Y, and Z. You magnificent. However, I've been noticing X, Y, Z be taking place, and it makes me feel this type of way. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very thankful for the things that you have done, but in this area, this is what makes me feel this way.
yeah,
I truly thank God that He allowed me to be able to still be connected to you, still be in this relationship, and I just want this relationship to work out better. So, in order for it to work out better, and for things to be in a different note, from keeping me from feeling the way I feel, what kind of tools that we can use to help each other, so then that way I won't feel this way. Having that type of communication opens the door to where you won't reject me, but you'll be willing to listen, because the first thing you heard was the positive thing that I said about you. And I ended with the positive thing and wanting to work as a team instead
right,
of just lashing at you saying, you made me feel this way and that's it.
yeah.
You kind of see what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And yeah, with doing that, like I say, and that's just like with you know people receiving advice,
Yes.
information, and whatever, is to be able to act on the information they just got, and you know act on it. You know what I'm saying? Actually move forward with okay. Underdog TV. And then y'all leveling up.
Yep. And also like the most important thing is too is be careful who it is that you allow, or who it is that you talk to about the relationship. Because that's another thing too. Like a lot of times we mess up in telling certain people about what's going on, and so all of a sudden when they come and visit, they don't like the person because you didn't told them
Yeah,
your whole business, or they try to give you sound
yeah,
advice that is not even correct, but it's based off their feelings and emotions. Because you have to remember, when you tell a friend, they're going to give you advice because they love you. So they're going to give you advice off of their feelings and emotions, but not what it is exactly what it is that God is telling them, or
yeah,
what the Holy Spirit is telling them. So they're not going to use that tool. They're going to go off of their feelings and emotion. And that's something I have learned also throughout the process of being married, is that you have
ooh
people that love you, them closest ones, it'd be the ones that will give you advice out of their emotions.
yeah, man.
And that
Speak
you
on it.
definitely have to
Speak
be
on
careful.
it.
Like that's one of the things I have
Speak
learned.
on it.
And then not only that, like when you have issues, if you have issues and you've done,
Yeah.
okay, it's okay. Now tell them. But when you know that you're not done, don't broadcast that information, because you know you're gonna go back and you're gonna
Yeah.
deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and even when you're done, I mean, you really you won't want to, but I mean, sometimes it's practical to get that out, and let it be known what you went through and what you're not gonna accept,
Of
and
course.
so it's gonna come out.
Yes.
But like say in the
Decent
process
in
of
order.
yeah, in the
On
process
this
of trying
timing.
to we trying to make get it right. You
Yes.
definitely don't wanna you wanna work your home stuff out first. You know what I'm saying? You wanna get
Right.
yourself together. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And try to handle it as much as you can. I mean, if it just comes down when you need outside help, but still, you don't need everybody outside help. But you gotta be the right representation.
Yes.
If you're gonna get outside help, you gotta be
Yes.
professional.
Definitely. I
Be a
agree.
professional.
I definitely agree.
Go, professional. You know what I'm saying? However it may come, professional. I don't care where they at. If they over there on at their house, on what I'm saying, wherever it is, just make sure they professional. They gonna do what they supposed to
Right.
do. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think you know, black love and relationships, man. I just wish it turned out to be better. I just think it's due to the day and age we in. Back in the day when it wasn't cell phones and it wasn't phones, they wasn't it wasn't no choice but for people to only see that one fine woman right there and not want to go over there because they ain't seeing way over there. Now you got Instagram and you scrolling and you like, good lord, it's just all these people.
So many options.
Yeah, all these options. What
Yes.
what should I do? And I think
That's the challenge part.
in this world, everybody is having that same challenge and taking advantage of, if they're, if, I ain't gonna say taking advantage, but just, you know, living life or whatever. Everyone's just going through life and it's like so many options and so many different things and you wanna make sure you do the right thing.
Correct.
But it's we don't know. We don't know until you ain't gonna know until you do it. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 doors. You don't know what's in that door. You gotta open the door and go in there and experience.
Well, not really. I mean, that's where wisdom come in. And I was just
Yeah.
actually talking to someone today about, different things. And like, God has really, truly opened up some doors for me. And so in the process of him opening up doors for me, I had to decide and make a decision what door I want to walk into. And just because that door look like is invitable doesn't mean that it's necessary for you to walk through it. Like the saying that people say, the grass is not green on the other side or something like that, right?
Yeah, correct.
And so, just because it look green and it look nice doesn't mean that it is.
Yeah.
So for an example, you go to the candy store and just because all the candies are laid out over there on the shelf doesn't mean that those candies are good for you. You might have allergic reaction to one of them, you don't know. So you have to use wisdom and say, let me stick to the plan that is set before me before trying to go out and try to dig in and explore.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to use wisdom no matter if there's 5 different options.
Yep. It definitely comes down to and wisdom only comes with time and experience.
Yeah, but if you're willing to watch and listen.
Watching and listening to.
Because, I mean, we got
show.
TV. We have TV. We watch shows. We see
we-
things
we-
that take place. Shows.
We got all the red lights. all the
Yes,
red signs.
exactly.
We got the blueprint.
Yes.
We got to follow the blueprint.
But it's all about choice, what you choose.
Yeah. I mean, you got people that's a little ratchet. You got people that's a little suburban, and they quote unquote uppity.
Yeah.
All that. So and then everybody just kind of, you got a bunch of uppities meeting a bunch of super hoods, and for some reason they got a thing, and then I don't know, but it be like that. It got to be that good yin and yang. Got to hit, But I don't know. I'm over here vibing, man. Like I say, we got the prophet Angie Allen in the building today. Yes, indeed. And I'm just really over here vibing. I'm feeling everything that's happening. I'm feeling what she's saying. I'm feeling what I'm saying too. I hope y'all feeling what I'm saying. Y'all like and subscribe and do all that. Go follow everybody on IG. I'm put the IGs here and over there, so y'all know what's going on. And I just wanna like I say, I'm glad you came through.
I'm
here
glad I did too.
And talk to me. We gonna have to do this again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I want to keep going on and on and on, but you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of on that level right now, and I don't want to talk about anything that I don't want to be talking about right now. So I definitely like I say we gonna get into some other stuff. Cause hey, she's definitely gonna be back. We gonna be back, and we got some bigger and better stuff,
Yes.
and we gonna get into some nice
deep.
some deep nice video. She's gonna. I'm like you ain't gonna see my little ugly face. It's gonna be all about them pretty teeth she got. You know what I'm talking about? That smile. She gonna be telling you what's. You know what I'm talking about? She gonna be giving you all the good information that's needed. Underdog TV. It's been another good episode of Underdog TV. Tell everybody where they can follow you at and the website and all that. Can you enlighten?
Yes, I have a website. You're more than welcome to go on there, search around. I have a few videos on there. It is prophetessallenministry.org, or you can also go to YouTube, and my YouTube is Prophetess Allen Ministry. So feel free, go in there, browse around, and you'll see a few little great things, and hopefully it'll be a blessing to you in the things that you listen to and that you hear. And share it with friends.
You got a Instagram and no Instagram?
I do have an Instagram. I think it's under Prophetess Allen.
Prophetess Allen. Y'all go follow that page, please. Let's do that.
Oh, and my Twitter. I have Twitter. The Twitter is Not Easily Broken Ministry.
Okay. Follow that. Need all that. But yeah, it's been a good day today. Underdog TV, like I said, I got some more things coming y'all way. Just chill out, kick back, relax. And like I said, when you see somebody and you be like, hey, just know it's real. Just kick back and relax and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? But go check out the website, underdogtv.com, www.underdogtv.com. Get the merch. We got sweatsuits, we got tank tops, we got hoodies, we got leggings, we got bikinis, we got socks, drawers, boxers, all that. Go to the website, check it out, get that. You dig? Underdog TV.
Hey, I'm glad everybody can tune in to Underdog TV. Be sure you check out our merch. We got all the fresh fly merch for you. Click on the link in the comment section and get your merch. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got sweaters. We even got them for the kids. We got women tank tops, men's tank tops. We even got iPhone cases. All different colors, all different flavors. Whatever you like, make sure you get with us at Underdog TV Apparel. Look in the comment section, click on the link, and you'll be tuned in all the way, you dig? Tell your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your aunties and nieces about Underdog TV. Now, the official Underdog TV Apparel. Click the link in the comment section and get your own Underdog TV Apparel.